decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On play action, now Brady. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. D. Ford coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. D. Ford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw, Bridgewater. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now they try the right side here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also is a
Julio Jones all alone. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Bridgewater. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Preston Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They're going to try and throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brady to throw on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Going to give this time to the tailback. Nice footwork at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. They still can't get him. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he slides to avoid the hit. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Bridgewater. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Eifert has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. 180.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Finding room inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They won't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now Bridgewater. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing on first down is Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. 49ers. Julio Jones, 79 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game to being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go.
The handoff comes to Stewart. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a handoff here to his running back. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Malik McDowell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Let's go. Way 90. Hey.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Bridgewater. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Bridgewater with a keeper. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Folk out there now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's got a man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can succeed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here.
Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater now from the 50. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Stewart on first down. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Bridgewater on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And they give this time to the tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right near the 39. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.